One moment they're smiling for the cameras, the next they're snapping mid-interview with no warning at all. From Jerry Seinfeld raging at Larry King to Adele flipping the bird at the Brits, live TV has caught some of the most unfiltered celebrity meltdowns ever seen. No scripts, no filter, just raw, real reactions in front of millions. So what really happens when the fame, pressure, and questions push a star too far?
So I had my tightest top on. I noticed a group of...
Why would she wear her tightest top?
Mark came in hot, like way too hot. You could tell from the jump that he'd had one too many drinks backstage. He hijacked the interview, flirted with Sarah Silverman, challenged another guest, and made Graham visibly uncomfortable. And then, well, he fell asleep mid-show. Iconic or chaotic? Maybe both.
Hey, I listened. Where was I? Was somewhere around Freddie. I went somewhere.
You never laugh at Iron Mike when he's telling a story about getting hurt. Joe Rogan found out the hard way. Tyson's voice dropped, his face changed, and for a second, it felt like Joe was about to get eaten alive. But somehow, Tyson still managed to keep it just professional enough.
So that's the same thing with the 27 Club. That's like, my man, get the away from me. Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is a bad look. Don't make me do this. Don't.
MGK was mid-speech when a fan rushed the stage. His reaction? Not friendly. He instantly told the guy to back off and called him out for ruining the vibe. Some called him aggressive, but if someone ran at you mid-live stream, you'd probably snap too.
The kid, I didn't really go to the dentist a lot. When I finally went, they were like, you might as well just get like a whole new set of teeth.
Why didn't you go to the dentist?
That's poor. Next question!
This one wasn't an angry meltdown, but it was pretty shocking. Katy Perry got super real during a live interview and said she didn't go to the dentist as a kid because her family was poor. The host froze. It was raw, honest, and kind of heartbreaking all at once.
I mean, you gotta admit, it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy,
icons?
that is just the absolute lowest aiming possibility that we could come up with.
At the fashion event, Jim showed up to do one thing, and that's to troll. He declared the entire event meaningless, clowned the idea of icons, and made the host visibly uncomfortable. Was it existential genius or a meltdown in disguise? When they told Rihanna she couldn't throw money to the crowd during her BET performance, she didn't argue. She just launched it at the exec's face before hitting the stage. That's how you make a silent statement, the Rihanna way.
Michael, I don't need you to tell me what I am or am not.
On the show.
I appreciate you being a fan, though. Thank you for watching. Keep the cable on.
Tension thick. Michael and Kenya traded subtle jabs and awkward smiles during their interview. Kenya hit him where it hurt, bringing up unemployment, and Michael didn't take that well. It was civil on the surface, but messy underneath.
Sorry about that.
That's
I didn't
all
realize
right.
it. You just disrespected the table.
The table
Giant Jenga. It's like your desk is a puzzle.
It is. I'm sorry about that.
Russell was the only one making sense in a room full of clueless hosts. They mispronounced his name, ignored him while talking about him, and treated him like a zoo animal. He clapped back, charmingly but firmly, a masterclass in graceful savagery.
To give you a direct statement right there is you playing a game that I'm not interested in playing. To give you a direct statement right there.
They brought him on to talk about a kid's book, but instead grilled him about vaccines and Texas politics. He kept his cool, but you could tell he was so over it. Let's not play games, he said. Translation, y'all wildin'.
So, but you think you don't think it's okay for them not to advertise with or have their content or their advertisement?
That is a different question. You can absolutely choose next to which content do you want advertising to appear. Absolutely, of course. And we have, I think, very good ad placement controls in this regard.
So you said if they kill the company, it's them. But doesn't the buck stop with you? I mean, you're on.
Elon agreed to an interview that ended their business deal. The tension built slowly, then exploded when Don asked if Elon took responsibility for X's failures. Elon snapped. Choose your questions carefully, he warned. Minutes later, their partnership was done.
Best album winner Adele didn't get to say much more than that before this happened.
I can't believe I'm about to cut off. I'm so sorry.
Can I just say then, goodbye, and I'll see you next time round, yeah?
She was trying to thank her fans when the producers tried to cut her off. Big mistake. Adele dropped the mic and the middle finger before storming off. We stan a queen who finishes her speech on her terms.
I'm just amazed you've never cooked a mussel.
I haven't.
Don't take the piss out of me for it, though.
Oh, who's taking the piss?
You are.
I don't think you can actually cook.
If you'd have fucking talked
If you can't cook a fucking mussel,
you had fucking talked to
During a live kitchen segment, the chef snapped at the host for talking too much. Can I talk now? He snapped. Jeez. The energy shifted instantly. You could hear a pin drop or a producer sweating behind the camera.
Here's the thing, Peter. Yeah. You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
I suppose they're questions
Peter,
that people want to know.
Peter, you want to know. Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people.
The moment Nicole Kidman's name came up, you could feel the switch flip. Cruz leaned forward and said, "You're stepping over a line." That stare, that tone, you knew he meant it. The host backed off quietly.
$1 billion later, he finally bought his mama house. All right, should we clap for that? I think the whole room right now is thinking the same thing. Wait. It's about.
Reporter gushed about Dwayne buying his mom a house. And Kevin snapped. $1 billion later, and he finally did it? The room went silent, then burst into laughter. Kevin had jokes, but that jab hit a little too hard.
You know who I am?
Jewish guy, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
75 million viewers. Last episode.
Larry King said, "So they canceled your show, right?" And Jerry's brain exploded. "Do you know who I am?" he asked. You could see the rage building as Jerry reminded him. He quit Seinfeld at its peak. Lesson learned, don't downplay a legend.
I'm not a monkey.
I can't make you answer anything. I'm asking you interesting questions.
And I'm saying I refuse.
But you see, Jamie Foxx has said we can't turn our back and say that violence in films or anything that we do doesn't have a source of
Then you should talk to
influence.
Jamie Foxx about that.
Tarantino wasn't having it. A reporter asked if movie violence leads to real-life violence, and he snapped, "I refuse your question. I'm not your monkey." The man was fiery, intense, and unbothered by journalistic politeness.
He looks very healthy. I don't know which way he's going to take that. He's gone.
Gee, it took us 12 minutes to get a walk-off.
A lighthearted morning show interview turned sour when the host joked about Ramsey's face and Botox. Ramsey hit back instantly. "Do you think I need money back?" It was awkward, real awkward. He walked out right after.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
She was pregnant. The host said, "Congrats on the bump." Blake replied, "What about my bump?" Then it flipped into a whole thing about sexist questions. The host was just, blinking, caught like a deer in the headlights. In the middle of a serious discussion, Whoopi farted loudly. It stopped the show. Another co-host had to leave the table. Whoopi's just like, "It's life." Honestly, the chaos was unforgettable.
The fuck
this
up.
Guy cannot.
Please shut the fuck up and watch this. This motherfucker is 100% a boxer.
Can you find me the record of
Volkanovski? This. Stop. Watch this. Watch this.
Dave said Tommy Fury wasn't a real boxer. Joe lost it. "Shut up and watch," he screamed mid-show while replaying footage. You'd think they were debating world peace, not a dude throwing punches.
You received a diamond from
I
Charles.
didn't receive a diamond, and I'm not going to speak about that. Thank you very much. And I'm not here for that.
Did you have dinner, though, with Charles Taylor?
I had dinner with Nelson Mandela.
When asked about blood diamonds, Naomi shut the interview down. "I'm not here for that," she said, before grabbing her mic and walking off. Later, she did admit in court to getting the diamonds, but live, she wasn't answering anything.
Did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what? I've admit my mistake.
You're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
A reporter confused him with Lawrence Fishburne live on air. Samuel didn't let it slide. "We don't look alike at all," he snapped. It was savage but well-deserved. The poor guy spent the next 2 minutes apologizing while Samuel kept roasting him. So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.